Good morning, Jarvis.
Good morning, Mark. It's Saturday, so you only have 5 meetings. Room temperature is set to a cool 68 degrees.
An inside look at the most incredible and luxurious homes of the richest CEOs in the world. Jeff Bezos. Securing the #1 rank for the world's richest people is the CEO of Amazon with an astounding net worth of $192.6 billion US. And he has the property portfolio to prove it. The Amazon boss has been adding new and expensive properties to his already hefty list. Only 2 months after announcing his divorce with Mackenzie, his wife of 22 years, Bezos splurged on 4 apartments over 4 adjacent floors in New York, which cost him around $96 million. These 4 condos were located at 5th Avenue, close to Broadway, and had a combined floor space of 20,000 feet. Collectively, the penthouse flat and the 3 floors below came with 15 bedrooms and 14 bathrooms, all lined with Italian marble and huge expanses of open living areas. The building not only came with a cinema room, but also multiple game rooms, as well as a fully equipped gym, a golf simulator, and a 24-hour concierge service. Not to mistake these as the only condos owned by Bezos in the Big Apple, though. Years ago, he also bought 3 condos in an Art Deco Manhattan building that overlooked Central Park and cost him roughly around $7.6 million. What is that to the richest man in the world, though? This is not the end, however. Bezos also shelled out a massive $165 million on a palatial mansion in Los Angeles, which previously belonged to movie mogul David Geffen. This, according to the Wall Street Journal, was the biggest real estate in California's history. The property was spread across 8 acres, has a 13,600 square foot mansion, 2 guest houses, a pool, includes a 9-hole golf course and tennis court. And if that wasn't enough, let me tell you that Bezos purchased another $24 million Spanish-style mansion in Beverly Hills in 2007. This home was so beautiful and extravagant that it was advertised in Dream Homes magazine. It had a greenhouse, a sunken tennis court, a huge swimming pool, 4 fountains, and a 6-car garage. Not to mention, after 10 years, he bought the 4,568 square foot home next door for $13 million. The list does not end here, though. There are 3 more properties to go. He is, of course, the 25th largest landowner in the United States. In 2016, Bezos converted a textile museum in Washington, D.C. into his home for $23 million. His neighbors, while living at this property, were Barack Obama and Ivanka Trump. Bezos also bought the property next door, which was linked to the first one by a covered driveway that collectively added up to nearly 27,000 square feet of living space, making it the largest home in Washington, D.C. To ensure that his children had the same experience as him from the time he used to spend his summers at a ranch in Texas with his grandparents, he bought a 300,000-acre ranch in Van Horn, Texas, which boasted a huge mansion and a bunkhouse, which sleeps 12 that was later used as a base for his private space company, Blue Origin. Lastly, the sought-after waterfront town of Medina near Seattle is where Bezos owns 2 more of his properties. He not only owns a 20,600 square foot house costing him around $10 million in the area, but also owns the adjacent home, which has been rumored to have cost $53 million. Bill Gates. While he currently does not reserve the position of a CEO, his time as the founder and CEO at Microsoft made him the 3rd richest person in the world and allowed him to be one of the most recognizable individuals ever. His houses are certainly no different. Living in the most sought-after town of Medina, Gates has the most famously extravagant homes. His lakeside mansion is 60,000 square feet and took Gates 7 years and $63 million to construct. The masterpiece was nicknamed by Gates as Xanadu 2.0 in honor of Xanadu, the fictional mansion of the protagonist in Citizen Kane. The house is considered a modern Pacific Lodge-style design with many classic as well as high-tech amenities. The construction took so long because it had to be flawless. Only the best timer and woodwork were used, with acoustics being a priority. Over 7 types of stones were used. The flooring was heated, which included walkways and even the driveway. Around 300 workers were employed for the construction of Gates' home, and a whole 100 of them were just electricians. The mansion has 25 bathrooms, 6 kitchens, a dining room that can accommodate up to 200 people, a 60-foot heated swimming pool equipped with underwater music features, and also a massive trampoline room. This, of course, though, was just one of the 3 notable properties owned by Bill Gates. He also owns a massive ranch in Southern California that he bought from the fitness icon Jenny Craig. This $18 million home sits on 228 acres and includes not only a racetrack, but also a guest house, an office, a veterinarian suite, orchard, and 5 barns. Another property owned by Gates is the one located in Wellington, Florida. He purchased this one for $8.7 million and is often used by his daughter. Mark Zuckerberg. The co-creator and CEO of Facebook is the 5th richest man in the world. He lives in a $7 million home located in Palo Alto. It's a 5,617 square foot property, which is adorned with wooden floors, a saltwater pool, banquet-sized dining room, glassed-in sunroom, 5 bedrooms, and 5 bathrooms. The house was built in 1983 and, from the outside, might look like something ordinary. Of course, for the 5th richest man in the world. But that is certainly not the case. Zuckerberg has not taken a Warren Buffett approach to spend his millions. Instead, his focus has been on the tech side. Zuckerberg re-outfitted the home with a custom-made artificially intelligent assistant that he even named Jarvis, much like in Marvel's Iron Man. I bet he feels like Iron Man, living in such style too. He has a cyber butler which took the tech genius years to create, and to ensure that he doesn't have any nosy neighbors, he also bought the property around his home. Other than this, he bought another property in 2013, which he paid over $10 million for. This one was located in Dolores Heights and was spread over 5,542 square feet, which he later also got renovated for around $1.6 million. The renovation was done to add an office, a media room, a half bathroom, a mudroom, a laundry room, a wine room, and a wet bar. That certainly doesn't end the list though. The billionaire also purchased 2 land parcels in Kauai, which he spent more than $100 million for. This was bought for extravagant family getaways. Oprah Winfrey. One of the most successful talk show hosts ever, Oprah Winfrey, certainly spent her fair share of wealth on an incredibly lavish lifestyle. Her Montecito home was built in 2001 for $50 million, which was spread across 23,000 square feet. In 2003, Oprah paid $5.3 million on 2 land parcels on the Hawaiian island of Maui, which was a total of 23.7 acres. The massive mansion was located 6 miles from downtown Santa Barbara. Then, in 2014, she purchased the 8,700 square foot home in Telluride, Colorado, which she spent $14 million on. This was a very dear purchase for Oprah, given her love for skiing. This was followed by the purchase in 2016 of a 23-acre horse farm estate for nearly $29 million at an auction. The mid-century masterpiece has a wood siding-clad exterior and an open-concept interior with 4 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, a wine cellar, and a total of 4 fireplaces. Elon Musk. The billionaire Tesla and SpaceX CEO can definitely not be left behind. He briefly had a phase where he believed none of his physical possessions were necessary and decided to sell each, which would mean he would own no house. He listed 4 mansions in the Los Angeles area up for sale for a total of $137 million. His real estate portfolio, though, is immensely impressive. It includes Gene Wilder's former home, a $30 million mansion in Los Angeles, and a historic 100-year-old mansion on the San Francisco Peninsula with an amazing history. He also owned a mansion in Bel Air, which spread across 16,251 square feet with 7 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, which he put up for sale at $30 million. This was apparently Musk's main house. Despite the many properties he has owned up until now, though, none of them were ever Musk's dream home, which he believes doesn't exist yet. He has officially moved out of Silicon Valley and shifted to Texas. There are many CEOs in the world who are living the most lavish lifestyles with the most incredible homes, such as Larry Ellison, Mukesh Ambani, Warren Buffett, etc., all of whom will leave you in complete awe. But I'm afraid that's all of your time we'll take up today. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.